Hard to name another show that can match it. Hard to name another show that can match it. Everybody from classy to ratchet. Heat fans like Jamaal keep the flame alive. Dennis Lee got the lake show locked in 5 to Dub K to Augusta GA. Talk everything from NBA to anime. Chat like homies or debate like enemies. It's all fun and games, just match my energy. Just match my energy. Just match my energy. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 24 of the Match My Energy podcast. It's your boy Dennis Lee, aka DINO Fit Dennis.
Hey, it's your boy Jamaal, JC2 Bless.
Yeah,
We are back at it, bro. We're back at it, bro.
Man, it's been a good week. Been a good week for basketball, for entertainment. Man, feeling pretty good. How you feeling?
Pretty good, man. Like I said, on the basketball wave this week as well. Went to Dave & Buster's for a little bit. Watched the Philly get blown out by the Celtics this weekend. Play some games. My favorite, and y'all tell me y'all favorites in Dave & Buster's. Mine is and I don't know if you've been to tic-tac-toe. The Connect Four basketball.
Oh,
game. When you shoot it,
oh
my God, that's my favorite one because you get element of basketball. Connect Four, one of my favorite like board games as well. So I'm like, and the ball kind of finicky, so you can bounce it. You think you made it, it bounced a whole other side.
Go into another,
So that's one of my favorite games. But mainly be doing that. Ours is pretty decent in Augusta. I don't think it could be a lot bigger in my opinion, but that's kind of my favorite type of game. So I like to play, of course, the basketball ones. I kind of like the race car ones and stuff like that, and shooters. But that's just standard games that you have in any arcade place for real.
Right.
I also was working on like modding. Well, I don't want to say modding, but I was doing something with the PS5 controllers. So trying to get into that techie nerdy side of me. But pretty much these controllers have like you can take them apart. And I would try to put LEDs in them.
Of course.
So that's what I've been doing. It's a part I'm missing, so I got to order that. So I'll probably finish with it next week, and then I'll probably post about it or see it on my social media, on my personal IG story. So follow me, JC_2. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Catching up on shows. I just finished Snowfall. So,
oh shoot!
If people watching Snowfall, y'all know when I say it, forget that mama. The mama, Franklin's mama, oh my God. So that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, because we gotta get into it. We're gonna start this week.
All right, if y'all start Snowfall, I'm gonna start last season of Power. Is that fair?
Yeah.
How your week been though, man?
Man, it's been pretty cool. Shoot, so this was since y'all know, like my wife was a traveling surgical tech, where she did this traveling surgical tech job in Oklahoma, and so this last week was her last week. So finally got her back, back here full time. So she's about to start doing actual nursing stuff here. But yeah, so it's good to have her back. Dude, just been kind of, working. And yeah, I'm trying to think of, there was a show that I was finishing up. Of course, I'm always finishing up some show. Oh, actually, it was a movie. Actually, it was a movie.
Let it breathe.
No, man, I get into it. No, but there was this movie. Actually, I ended up getting tickets to a pre-screening of it, but I just like didn't go to it because I was like, whatever. I'm not really tripping. And then we finally like watch it on the Stars app. And it was really good, man. What's it called? The Devil You Know. Starring Omar Epps, Michael Ealy. Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, and they're all like executive produced and all that, and created by Omar Epps as well. And so, man, yeah, really good movie. Not gonna give away too much. It's just basically
that's an older movie, right?
When did it come out? I think it was last year or earlier this year, I believe.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah, it's
If it came out this year or last year, definitely not.
okay. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, it came out last year. Oh,
yeah, really good.
I might have seen it.
Really good, man. I'm telling you, yeah, y'all check that out. Let me
Which
know what you
platform you
think.
watched it? Platform.
Stars. I think it's
All right.
Stars. Yeah, because after we finished watching the newest episode of Power Book 2, it's like, oh yeah, that's too in. Yeah, you need to get in on it, man. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, and speaking of which, man, random shout out. Like I keep seeing like celebrities. I think I already showed you, but London Brown, aka Uncle Marvin from Raising Canaan, shared our story. I was like, that's what's up, man.
He need to tell us what he always eating. I don't know if he revealed why he's always eating on the show. Like every scene, like I don't know.
Yeah.
what's the
That's true.
What's going on there? So
maybe he's just like hungry. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna just work it into my character so that like no matter what, I can always be eating or something.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they like mention something like in the show that like makes him wants to eat or something like that. Like I'm not sure if they reference that in the show and we just not catching on at all yet. So he was like, man, I'm gonna eat on this show. Y'all better just go ahead and
just put that into my character development. So but yeah, but yeah, man, other than that, man, also checking out games when I can, stuff like that. Also got to watch before we get into the NBA, let me tell you, man, first off, I want to say I'm a proud uncle and I love seeing my niece do things. She's 7. She's is she 7? Yeah, she's 7. She'll be 8 this year. She's getting into basketball. So y'all know, obviously, love basketball, all that. But also, we're in that stage in basketball where, put it like this, they played 2 15-minute halves, right? Mm-hmm. The end score was 6-1. My girls lost. But it's just, I ain't never seen so many jump balls in my life, so many and they finally in the league where, because last year they didn't call as much, but now they're getting older. They're starting to call and she plays up. She plays like in the 2nd grade or whatever. So now they're finally making the calls. So if it's a travel, if it's a backcourt, if it's a double dribble, but it's like,
what?
Okay,
at that age?
Yeah, they already calling it. So we seeing a lot of that. We seeing a lot of fouls, and then my little fighter, man, I think she like her uncle, man. What y'all know? What's one thing I love the most? Hands.
No, she trying to fight. She's trying to fight.
So she in the paint. So with kids, you can only tell them like they will follow your directions too specifically. Man up, put your hands up. Put your hands up. So she'll just stand there like this with your hands up for the longest time. And so then they'll throw the ball into her in the paint, and and the ball will just hit her hands because she ain't think catch it, but her hands are up. And so then she go there. So sometimes she try to catch it, and then one of the girls on defense like swatted at the ball to try to get it. Swatted at her, hit her a little bit. She immediately was like, "I'm not worried about a ball." She threw a quick 2-piece. I'm like, Anna, hey, wait, what you doing? What you doing? Hold on.
Hey, y'all need to put her in the boxing or something.
I started thinking, I was like, yo, maybe we need to, because she can tell she ain't really feeling it. She just want to make like us happy because like we like a basketball family in it. And I'm very big on like, I don't want to force you to do nothing that you ain't really interested in. And maybe she act like she like playing it for fun. So like when we're at my dad's house or at the park, she likes to, shoot the ball and stuff like that. But
yeah, I
get the pressure of playing in the crowd or whatever, not everybody like that. But yeah, man, it was just hilarious. It's hilarious to watch, and maybe she's gonna get better if she want to. I'll say that,
Yeah, for sure. Especially at that age, like you getting hit and stuff like that. Like I don't know, it's tough because even you watch it on clips, like you see a whole bunch of kids like crying and getting really upset. Parents are more into it than the kids, so
man. And my sister be boy. Oh,
And then like, hey, you can't hit my kid like that. And, so when the parent get involved like that, then the kid be like,
yeah.
well, he had hit me like that, and my parents talking like this. So it
Like,
get to the
no,
point
and
where
her, luckily, at least she be like, no, just get away from her. Because what Anna will do is on offense, she'll get by the person. She'll stand by the person that's supposed to hold her. And it's like, no, like you should be trying to just get to an open spot. Like, so she puts herself out of it. So she'll be like, look, stop trying to hit her back and get open. I hear my sister like, get away from her. Like, so at least she's saying that and not saying like, hit her back or something,
Get yours.
Get up.
That's what's up, man. Well,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. At that age, I don't know if they should be calling like backcourt and okay, they should call backcourt. They should call backcourt. They shouldn't be calling traveling. Like I think that might be at that age, man. Because you still,
I mean, and it's the Y League. It's the Y League, so like it's still.
I don't know if like they're picking up the ball and running or they're actually dribbling right now. I can't gauge that.
Yeah, no. They dribbling. I mean, it don't look as good, but like they're making dribbles, but then they'll pick it up, try to fake shot, and then start dribbling again. They'll do stuff like that, or like sometimes there's a couple travels where I'm like, I don't know if y'all should call that version of a travel yet. Like they'll be dribbling and then they'll stop their dribble to get ready to pass or shoot. But as they're stopping the dribble, they take like a few more steps. So I'm just like, yes, you can't do that. But like,
nah,
they should be kids don't got control of their body. Kids don't got control of their body yet, so. But
at the same time, you said that's like the 7th grade. Like you already got these 6th and 7th grade, 6th, 7th, already being scouted and stuff like that. So I guess.
Yeah. So, and like with her being, like she's playing in an 8-year-old league, so like the 2nd graders or whatever. So it's still pretty young, but man, it's the Y. It's the Y. It ain't no AAU teams or nothing. Like y'all could come on now.
Yeah.
But luckily, man, they keep that clock running the whole time. I love it.
He said, "Nah, we calling all these fouls, but we ain't about to stay here all day."
Yeah, they shooting free throws, clock still running. I'm like, good.
Ain't it? If you were a smart team, be like, hey, we get up to 3. Hey, we run this clock. Y'all just running around in circles. I don't care, man.
And so many air balls, so many, like, I don't know, just bounce passes to nobody. What is this?
Man, you seen that clip where it's like 8, 9-year-old boys was going back at it, like they was fussing and fighting, like getting in their face and stuff like that. Up and talking stuff. Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they the same age, but
yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah. Speaking of which, y'all know playoff basketball still going on, of course, and still hype about that. Real quick, both our teams still still up, still doing well, 2-1 for both of our series, I think.
Series, yeah, man. It's looking good for both. Well, okay. If I'm looking at it, I think Miami is still gonna have a tough one with the Knicks because they had an off shooting night. So I'm not gonna say we out of the waters. I feel like if we get that 3-1, I think we'll play tomorrow. But if we get the 3-1, I think we still be good. The Lakers and the Warriors, on the other hand, this is what I was looking at the game. So Los Angeles won the first game. Warriors came back and mollywop. Second game.
Yeah.
The Lakers came back, mollywop the Warriors. So it's like, to me,
right back.
I was looking at it. I'm like, and I need to talk to Julius, but I said this reminds me of playing 2K. It's like you got your 2 set of teams. Y'all ain't changing teams. Right. It was a close one, that first game, but that second game, I'm concentrated. I'm more concentrated. I'm sitting up straight. I say I'm, head to the TV. I'm about to win. I'm about to beat you by crazy. Like I'm gonna make sure this ain't we ain't on the same level. Like I'm gonna go crazy. So they did that one day, and then they came back. It was like, you know what? You gonna beat me like this? We get on the sticks tonight. Let's go. So I feel like that's what it seems like. That's how they are playing that series. It's like, all right, you gonna disrespect me like this? Or we on the game tonight? Get your team, get my team. We playing tonight. So it kind of feel like a game back and forth to 2K, especially with the scores being so like so wide of a gap at the end, like 25 plus 30, 30 points, like differences. It's just crazy.
Yeah, because like you would think that like they both would make the adjustments and like it would still be somewhat of a close game. Okay, they killed us, so let's make this adjustment or whatever. Like you wouldn't see that like they only like them only scoring 97 points is kind of crazy because we're getting so used to seeing teams, especially high scoring and high volume, I would say, high volume 3-point shooting teams, getting at least 100 a night, at least 110 or something like that. So for them to get held to under 100 and play the way they did, like it's like, what's going on?
Exactly. I would definitely think this series should be like within 5 points every game. Like,
yeah,
that's why I'm taking it. I'm not gonna lie. When the Warriors went, it looked good, but the Lakers won. Like when they won, they looked a lot better than what the Warriors won. So, I think a lot of people have the Lakers in 6 now, but I still think it's gonna go to 7 games.
I still say 7. Yeah.
I think it's still gonna be 7. I think Curry and Clay and that team will definitely come back and hit them in the mouth again. I don't think it's gonna be as close, but to me, it's just something don't look right defensively with the Lakers sometimes. It's so inconsistent, and it's the same with the Warriors. So with this, I'm like, I just cannot. It's like parallels almost. Like y'all have a whole bunch of stars, older in the age. We know, we can rely on them and stuff like that. But to me, I feel like Curry had to go crazy every game. LeBron doesn't need to be going crazy, but AD has to go crazy every game, or has to be the guy every game. Because when LeBron is like on a steady motor, getting assists, get his points, even if he's missing threes or whatever, and AD give you that game like he did on game 2, like 11.7 rebounds. I'm like, what? How you gonna let Kevin Looney? I think he played like less minutes, and he was sick. Which I was like, if you're sick, you shouldn't be like, you can get everybody affected on the team, like your team and other team. But he played sick. He looked sick on the court and everything. So, but he gave you like, I know he got more rebounds than AD with less time and also being sick out there. So I'm like, to me, that's effort right there. And it's like, to me, and it's, I guess you can, hey, this is what to expect from him. So you can't be mad because we see these inconsistencies with him all the time. We talked about the entire season. We talk about the playoffs the whole time. Like, it's going to be some games we can get you 35, 12. Other times he's going to be like, hey, I'm going to give y'all 15 points, 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds. And I'm like, now, if you can do this one night, like, I can see if you can do this like every 2 weeks, inconsistent. But if you are able to turn it on and off like this so quickly
from game to game,
like you definitely can keep it up consistently to me. So,
right. Oh yeah. No, there's a couple things that I saw that are like, I guess maybe because of his strength, I found kind of weird is them putting Draymond at center. I know that like in today's game, it's more of like that's his position on paper, but it does kind of do something when you see like him being the main person that's guarding the big guy in the paint, which would end up being Anthony Davis or, something like that. So, like, I think that might hinder the Warriors. Because, he's strong, but, like, I don't know. Honestly, keep it up. As a Laker fan to me, I'm like.
I say, because he getting foul trouble and stuff, too. So, it's like.
Right.
It's crazy.
And so, with
trying
that.
to take charges and stuff from AD last game, I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah, he don't know how to set up right, but my non-biased, I'm like, listen, if the Warriors need, I think that's what's hindering them. I think they need to put people in a better position, or that maybe they just don't got it. Or if they let Looney get more minutes and basically play that spot and maybe move move Draymond to the 4 or something, that could end up helping them. But yeah, nah. As it's looking right now, that's one of the reasons why I'm still sticking to, I mean, not just because of my bias, Lakers. I just think that they moved their personnel a little bit better this day and age. I think that like the Warriors are still kind of playing off of like who we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go out in the court and I'm like, yeah, man, back in the day I used to be able to do this. Okay, but
I mean, it's tough to change once you was like, we don't want it this way, for so long. So,
yeah.
I mean, they just at the same time, think about it. They are the defending champs. So it's like, hey man, we just won last year. It's not like we just won, the 2017 or whatever championship they won last. And it's like, no, we just won last year, which honestly, like that ring is kind of a blur. That last year, I know the Celtics and Warriors played, but it's like it felt like it's so long ago. Like this season has been so much drama, so many injuries, so much going on this season. Like it don't even feel like the Warriors just won last year. So,
there's been so much this season. Like it's almost like it was the perfect season to start a podcast, huh?
I'm saying. And we do not miss on topic, especially NBA. It's so many stuff going on. Man.
Yeah. And so man, I like basically I just wanted to highlight a little bit. I mean, shoot, Anthony Davis, 25 and 13. Like
to be expected. That should be his like minimum though. Like he should be able to get that.
It should.
Every
but
game easy in his sleep.
And if he's doing that while LeBron's going 21, 8 and 8, that's kind of a good look because that means LeBron don't got to go for 40. He don't got to go for 35. Something crazy. 12 assists. It's a nice steady number.
Exactly.
And why should he have to do all? And he only played. I guess looking at it, he only played 32 minutes, which still is a decent amount. But like for an old man, in a sense, like it's like. Let's start focusing on not having to have him out there as much so that we can get the most out of him when he's out there, So
yeah, because they've been resting because like game 2, unfortunately, y'all got blown out. So they set AD and LeBron for that fourth quarter, most of the part. And then this game, y'all won, blowing them the Warriors out. So they was able to sit, most of the fourth quarter. So that resting, that, especially if we go to game 7, like you said, that we foresee it might go. Like those minutes, hey, because in both of those games, I think maybe the Curry wasn't out in for the second game, but pretty much they be out there for the majority of the time in the fourth quarter. It's like, hey, run them down. Like we on the bench, just hey, enjoying the win. So I think the next, because it's up to y'all 2-1. The next one will be definitely determined. Like, man, the Lakers get 3-1. I think it's a wrap.
We can get that 3-1.
I think it's a wrap. But at the same
then it's like, even if they do win that next game after that, it's like y'all not about to win 3 in a row.
That's why I was like, but okay. I was talking to somebody at work about this because I was like, now he definitely like off the wall with this scenario. But what if like they go up 3-1, the Lakers, and Curry and the Warriors come back and win a series? And they did what LeBron did to them in previous years.
Yeah.
Would that be a bigger storyline or something like that? And I'm like, yeah, it'll be a huge storyline. But to me, I don't see the Lakers losing 3 in a row. Like,
nah.
I just can't see it, man. It would be tough. Even if he had to go to game 7, like, they're not losing that game 7. Like, I just
3 in a row.
See it, so.
With the way that they've been playing, like, I'm pretty sure they can go, y'all, we need one more game. I need everybody. Like, I think they got a good locker room speech prepared for the dire, hey, we just lost 2 in a row. We're about to get out of here. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be something.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think the Warriors is going to have it's going to be a daunting thing if they go down 3-1. So I think they need to go ahead and try to tie the series. I know if they want to be successful and try to win that. But, going for your team, I mean, man, y'all need to go 3-1. Y'all going to have to. I feel like
we need this next one,
best. This got to be y'all best performance yet. Like, you don't have to win by 30. You can win by 0.5 if you could. Just win the game. Just win this game. get a
winning by
3-1.
one free throw at the end.
That is easy,
like,
y'all. Like, exactly, man. And but yeah, like moving on, man. Nuggets and Suns, man. What's your thoughts on that one? Because I mean, they was 2-0. You know, now Booker came to the party. I think Durant came as well, and they, Chris Paul is hurt, probably gone for the next 2-3 games. He's out for a week with a growing issue, which we all kind of predicted. Chris Paul was going to have some type of injury coming along in the playoffs. So,
man, for
happens
real,
like
that dude
footwork every year. I'm like, man, like if he could predict what's round, like I said, hey, guys, I think the second round, I feel like something's coming. Prepare, but I'm like, we just know it's gonna happen. We don't know it's gonna be in the finals like it did last year, like a couple years ago. Third round, we don't know. Conference finals.
Jeez.
So it's like always something. So
yeah, just looking at the numbers, man. Kevin Durant, 39.
Yeah.
9 rebounds, 8 assists.
Great stat.
Devin Booker.
You gotta get a double though, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? You need that one more. Like, and then Devin Booker had 47, 6 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah, Devin Booker did go crazy. But I'm saying, that's unfortunately. But look at Aiden. What Aiden had?
Oh, shoot. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, 4 points, 9 boards.
He's 7-11. He's 7-11. I don't care. He's 7-11. You shouldn't be getting 4 points. We can get 4 points,
man.
How many minutes he played? You still got to stat up?
Yeah, he played 26 minutes.
I believe Dennis and Jamaal on MatchMyEnergy podcast can get 4 points in an NBA game playing 26 minutes. We can get fouled easily.
I already told you. If you let me in,
we'll get 6 points. Like 30. Oh, okay. I thought you about to say I'm about to get 30. Nah, but I'm like, no. I think we can get a bucket. I think or if not, we can get fouled hella time and make free throws to get the 4 points, if nothing else. So I'm like, come on. And then, like, he already so tall at the rim. Like, get a rebound, put it back
or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's easy, bro. And then he can shoot. So get the mid range. He's taller than anybody on the court anyway. So I'm like, 4 points. That's the only thing I'm like worried about, because do you really think that they can sustain just having Durant and Booker go crazy? Like, I don't think.
No, you need.
That's why they said they needed Chris Paul to be.
Here's the reason why I don't think so. Another reason why I don't think so. So when you look at the Nuggets numbers, then they got a small team. But if you look at the Nuggets numbers, you got Jokic going 30, 17, and 17. That's crazy. Cool. Jamal Murray getting 32, 6 and 5. And even like Aaron Gordon, he had 9 and 7. So if he plays a little bit better than he played there, they win. Michael Porter Jr. had 21 and 12.
Michael Porter been huge for them.
So literally all they got to do is step up, maybe just a couple more people, maybe have Caldwell Pope play a little bit better. But I think that's one problem I'm noticing. Like the Nuggets, they literally only have 8 players.
Yeah, I mean,
they like literally like if you look at it, it's like 8, literally just 8 players.
I mean, usually in playoffs they try to keep it a tight rotation anyway, like 8 to 9 players. So when you have a dedicated 8, like nobody can fail or go down on that either. But at the same time, the Suns are not deep either, so it's like it's pretty much really top heavy.
Yeah, and I mean they got 10 people, they got 10 players, and everybody on there played.
Yeah, but how many people are already good? That's the thing. Like,
right.
It depends on getting on the court actually.
I mean, it also, look, man, it takes a little bit of pressure off. You don't got to be like beastly. Like, you don't have to be a Devin Booker clone. As long as you can come off the bench, still have a decent defensive matchup, score a few points, if that, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of do your part as a off the bench type of player. Then cool. Now I get to rest my knees for a second, get back out there, do what I do as the star player. But when you got Landry Shamet playing 25 off the bench and he goes 4 and 2, which I don't know, that's not that bad, especially if you like were Devin Booker sitting and Durant still in. Yeah, I'm passing it to the guy who's going to pass it to Durant, and I don't get the assist, but I still helped on that play type of thing. There's also a lot of things that don't get on the stat sheet that that shows, that like if you watch the game, if you're a real hooper, oh, he was actually doing his thing the way he blocked that or, deflected a dribble and somebody else stole it type of thing, so.
Right. So it's a lot of stuff that plays into it, but for me, I was like, you still need some more credible guys,
Yeah.
deeper in the rotation as well. So, because to me, I was like, it takes four. I feel like if Devin Booker or Kevin Durant don't come to the game, hooping, they get like less than 20 points or something like that, or even 20 points. Like, I don't feel like, they're going to be able to win that game as well. And then Aiden, I don't know, man. Because even after that game, he looked, because he wasn't in the final moments of the game, so they took him out. He was angry, walking off. You could see him.
Oh, yeah,
Chris Paul went for like a high five or something like that.
And he left him hanging.
Yeah, and it's like body language like that. And that's why I sent the little post. It was like, Dallas Mavericks looks to be trying to get DeAndre Ayton. And then that's another guy I sent.
Middleton.
Yeah, Chris Middleton from Milwaukee. Yeah. So it's like those. I mean, think about it. Like, I'm not sure they contract situation. I think they both open for free agency this offseason. So if you think about that, I'm like, if they add those two pieces to the Mavericks, what they have now, they keep Luka, Kyrie, Aiden, Chris Middleton. They got a little recipe going up right there. So I'm like, and DeAndre Ayton already had his issues with the Suns and the coach already. Like, it's always been one of things like that. Like, he was at this close, leaving until the Suns matched them. So it's like you can see him kind of walking out. Chris Middleton, I don't know if Giannis would want him to be traded, or not signed back. So I feel like you want to keep him happy still. So I feel like Chris Middleton will still stay with the Milwaukee, but same time, you offer a big enough contract, hey, we already won. I already got my championship here. Let me go ahead and see if I can get it somewhere else. Then I might have to do that as well, personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I think because some people want to be better taken care of when they're playing, because like what you mentioned in that, with him only playing 26 minutes, I'm pretty sure he wanted to go for the 35, 40, and then you see like, oh, we're supposed to be a big three, but Durant plays 43 minutes, Booker plays 42, and I'm down at 26 minutes. You guys aren't playing me right. You guys don't make me feel like I'm appreciated. So
it's also tough because you won that game too, and it's like, you won the game. We didn't put you in the fourth quarter. We didn't. I'm not saying we didn't need you, but I'm saying
it also shows that he doesn't care about the right part there. Because you should know, like, hey, bro, like if I need to sit down, if I need to do this for us to win this championship, because we're going for championship right now. We're not just going to just look good for a little while.
You should be able to understand that.
Yeah.
Let me sit for this one game. I'll come back. We can do a game plan differently for the next game. But like,
this is what's working today. Let's chill. Yeah. But it shows like that's what he cares about. So if that's what he cares about, then that means that like he'll go to a team that's not as good. He'll go to somewhere else if he gets more playing time. Some people care more about the playing time than they do winning as a team. And hey, man, all right, bet. Be the dude who's playing 47 minutes in Orlando or something, like,
but I'm saying, like, why do you care about playing time when you're so close or have the opportunity to win a championship? Like, when you like, if y'all,
you guys are favorites right now.
If y'all hit on the cylinders, like y'all can really, I feel like, can make a decent run to the finals. And like, if you gonna make a run, like, might as well. Hey, if I play 0 minutes, if we make it to the finals, then when y'all need me, use me when you need me. You know what I mean? Like, I put in my work in the regular season. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If the game plan is not for me to go through me, or I can't be productive in this system we're playing right now, but it's winning basketball, then that's what we have to sacrifice. And then next year,
like, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this after the playoff. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna need my clock, this and that. Hey, I'm gonna need to play more. I need to look better. But let me go ahead and, get this ring real quick, and we'll talk about it later.
Conversations look way different when you got the ring on your finger.
Right. That's
different. It's like, all right, yeah, y'all can use me how you want to, Because, you're going to get a bag, you're going to get more recognition and stuff like that when you have the ring. Because, like, even if you like, hey, you know what? you wasn't able to put like 35 minutes per game in the playoffs, but at the same time, when they used you, you were super effective and useful.
Right.
You play winning basketball. Those are the same players like PJ Tucker that keeps getting on these championship teams and roster because they see his effort. Say, hey, you might not play all these minutes, you might not hit all these shots, but at the same time, it seems like we need you when it comes time to playoffs and the finals and stuff like that. So
Dude,
it's like,
did you see that one stat on PJ Tucker?
and that was crazy. The 0-0-0s.
Well, because it was like he didn't even attempt a shot.
Yeah, man.
So basically, because he knows his role so much, he's like, I'm here for defense to guard the toughest dude and to get a box out, whatever. Like he knows his role. I'm not some big cyst Magic Johnson. He's not one of them. He just you know what I'm saying? I'll pass it to somebody who's gonna pass it to somebody. Like I know my role, but that's what gets him paid. Sometimes you have to know your role, and I guarantee you put PJ Tucker in. I won't even just say like the Y or something. You put him in like a Euro league or something like that. You have him go play in Puerto Rico. He's going crazy. It's not to say he can't score. He doesn't score. He's not a scorer. He just knows his role and knows how to lock in, and that's how he keeps getting paid. He keeps getting a job in the NBA.
Yep.
There's lots of hoopers. There's lots of people who can put 40 on your head easy that are not in the league right now. So, with knowing it's a business, you have to show why you're a valuable asset over this person. And I think that's what DeAndre Ayton needs to do. Like, you got to lock into why you over somebody else. Yes, you're not going to get 20 points a game if you have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on your team.
At the same time, also his demeanor on the team, I'm like, even if you feel some type of way, stop showing it so publicly on the bench and like do that in the locker room, talk about it internally, because now other teams are looking at it like, okay, he out his game, man. When he don't get played, he out his game. We can exploit that. Because if I'm a team, like if you are a competitor if you're on the opposite team and you're going against them, it's like, hey man, they don't trust you like that, man. You want to play 12 minutes and
because they be talking trash.
You're not that guy. They talk. You're really not that guy. 7'11", you can't shoot, got 4 points. You ain't that guy. And like for sure, like you're gonna get at him. It's like you see they missed that pass because there was one. It's a video. I forgot. I gotta send that clip to you. But it's a video of a guy being open multiple times. I don't know if it's NBA or just a regular run or whatever, basketball run. But they missed passing him the ball. He was open most of the time. He was like, you might as well go ahead and sit on the bench. And they ain't about to pass you the ball. Like you see how they water you, they still ain't passing the ball. Like, and that kind of gets somebody's head because then when it's time to shoot that shot, it's like, man, they ain't passing me when I was open. Now
maybe I'm not that
really
good.
Don't trust me, you know what I mean? Like you see that, that's your first shot of the game. You miss it, be like your whole confidence kind of go down. So, yeah, man. But yeah, let's talk about the Philadelphia Sixers and the Celtics, bro. That series has some up and downs as well. Celtics look like they're gonna handle business in Philly. They had a huge game last game, game 3. I think they won by so
can I say why I think they probably went crazy?
Why is that?
How y'all gonna get this man this award right in front of my face right before the game? First off, you was right. You was right, giving you the giving you the energy. Joel Embiid getting that. So congratulations to him, man. We were all rooting and hoping that you would get it for sure. Right. But how y'all gonna do that in Boston? Before the game too, like not even like at halftime or something like that. Like,
hey, well, they was in Philly. They was in Philly though.
Was it in Philly?
Okay, so
I thought it was in Boston.
The results came out in Boston. I think I can't remember, but they gave them an award when he went back home.
Okay.
Yeah, so the game 3 was at Philly.
Okay.
They did lose though. Boston did lose. I mean, sorry. Philly lost at home with MVP when Joel got the MVP presented to him at home. Because the first two games
that almost should have been a. Also, isn't that also supposed to be an award that he's all like dressed up for and accepted? Like, like how in the past when Russell's got it or Kevin Durant I think my mama and all that ain't in the suit, like
Yeah,
look like they're sitting at a table or something.
Yeah, because they used to do the award shows. Remember, like
Yeah.
they
So
changed up the
like them doing
structures
it
of it.
there,
It used to
it's
be,
kind of weird to me.
I believe it was after the season. I can't remember if it was after the season or after the playoffs. I can't think if it was after the playoffs
Yeah.
though. But after the season, for sure, they used to have like the award ceremony. It used to be like a comic come up or somebody else hosting,
Yeah.
doing like picking at jokes and
Peyton Manning or something. Yeah.
yeah, and they used to do all the awards and stuff like that. And that's what should be happening. But now to give these awards out, they stagger them out like it'd be 3 or 4 days before the next award comes out, rookie year,
Yeah.
defensive player, and then MVP. What's MVP? Why is the second round? You talk about MVP. And
Right.
I think Stephen A and some other commentators was like, I think Jaden Rose was like, hey, now you have the title MVP. You know, you wanted the MVP, but now that you got it, it comes with a little bit more health to it. Like it comes to a little bit more responsibility to it. Because it's not like, oh, I just beat Embiid. It's not, no, I just beat this year's MVP. So it's like,
right.
You're gonna have to come with it a little bit harder this year. So this season.
So yeah, I think they saw that and was like, okay, bet. Yeah, let's see if he really the MVP. Which he didn't play. He didn't play too bad. 30 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. But as a center, you don't really need to have a bunch of assists unless you're Jokic, I guess.
Yeah.
But and then I think Arden playing the way he did kind of costed them. Honestly,
it's hard.
He had 16, 11, and 6. 16 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. It's like, bro, for you to be the ISO, the high volume scorer that you are.
But I'm saying he just had 40 something, 45, whatever the previous game.
But like, going from this to this, like that's too big a gap, bro. Like if it was 40 the next game, 27, 42, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. If you can't even crack 20, and the thing is they lost 114 to 102. Like, can't put it all on. Like, shoot, and even talking about PJ Tucker, he had 9.
Yeah, I think the issue is like when he was by himself, like Embiid wasn't there, like he was able to will himself and say, hey, we can get this W. It looked pretty good. Like to me, it looks like, oh man, because if he can play this and then if he come back, it's gonna look crazy. So I was like, he gave that 45 after they won. He was telling everybody to stop celebrating, job not finished, go in the locker room, all that kind of stuff. So it looked good. It looked like, hey, he's kind of focused and got that mindset. And then the next game, it's like, okay, now you got your partner in crime back, Embiid.
Right.
What can you do now? And it's like, if you can't give me like 25 to 30 while playing alongside Embiid, like we need somebody who can do that. Like we don't want. I mean, it'd be nice because people do get hurt, get injured, that you can go off of 45 points still. But we need y'all to be successful together, not individually. So
right. See, and speaking of that, like on the Celtics side, literally, like it's the most consistent, like looking, stats I see. Like literally, and even just saying the points, Tatum had 27, Jaylen Brown had 23, Al Horford 17, Marcus Smart 15, White had 13, and Malcolm Brogdon had 15. Like, so they all consistently, not super well. I guess the first 2 were decent numbers if we talking stats, but like. All the rest of them, pretty solid numbers altogether. That just showed a good team win, So if everybody all puts in like that, that's why we said the Celtics go beat the Sixers. Like, because literally it's the Celtics. It's the Celtics team. Yeah, they have that big 2 or that, the good little duo. But altogether, they're a pretty well put together team, man. Like,
they've been playing forever together too, so.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a couple pieces this year, like Derek White and Brogdon, but for the most part, that's the same squad. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think Celtics got it though.
Yeah, 5, 6.
You got them 5. I got them 6.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, nah. I still say I would say 6. Nah, because I think that the Sixers got at least one more in them. I think they can do that.
Embiid will give them. I think Embiid will give them like at least 40 piece.
Win. Not going out without a fight.
Right, and they played today at 3:30. actually. So
Yeah,
tune
we'll
into that.
check that out here soon. But yeah, man. Yeah, overall, man, it's been some good basketball. I mean, just I'm enjoying it this year. So we might have to go to. I might go to like the Hill or something, one of the local bars here, and check it out today.
Yeah, I'm
Check out
thinking
some
about going
basketball.
somewhere. I might go somewhere. I like, and I'm gonna say this. I like going to see other players, other teams
Right.
play.
Yeah.
When my team play, I like to be at home, or I like to be in like somebody's crib, or like somewhere it's more less socializing and everything. Because you when you go to random places, you don't know who people are going for. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't
They
want
be
to hear all
talking
that.
stuff and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, and I mean, yeah, I love the trash talk and all that kind of stuff. But it's like when you're losing bad and you hearing somebody else trash talk, it's like, man, let me get out of here. And my car. I was like, let me get the hell out of here really fast. So, um, so it's like some games like I do want to be like, hey, I'm gonna be at home or be at
Yeah.
comfort
Like
of my
today's
own
the perfect
crib.
day for us. Today's the perfect day
Yeah,
for me and you to
yeah.
like
I'm
let's
like,
go
I'm
out to
going
the
out.
bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then at
Said
the same
our teams
time,
ain't playing.
exactly. And then like if you going out, like depends on who you with. Like I'm gonna be focused with the game if my team is playing, and like to this one, I'm not gonna converse as much. I'm just trying to eat, talking and everything like that. But I'm at the same time like,
Yeah.
man, let me catch what's going on in the game, stuff like that. But with these two
Right.
teams, I'm like, I can actually like socialize a little bit. It's like, oh, catch the score every now and again. You don't have to look at it so closely. So
Right. Just appreciate a good play.
you can
Oh, we
just
see the
enjoy
dunk.
it.
Okay.
You can just
Yeah.
enjoy it. Exactly. Unless you're a
Man.
betting man. If you're a betting person, then you might be a little bit stressful in all games. But in my case,
True.
I'm just looking at to see, who we may potentially play if we go to the next round and everything like that. And Cheddar West checking out. So when you talk about basketball, let's talk about like what happens when your mood changes. You feeling kind of down. You know what I mean? And just kind of going through the motion through the week and stuff like that. Man, I know for me, and I know this for a lot of guys. I think majority of the guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what happens when you get your fresh haircut, your lineup, your fade, whatever hairstyle you got, man. That feeling.
Man, you about to make me have to
feeling.
get my. I probably got to hit up Brandon right now, man.
That
You got
feeling
to
you get once you get out the barber chair, bro. Like to me, I feel like you see me smiling just thinking about it. Like it's just one of those things. It changes your whole mood. Like as a guy perspective, like I feel like for sure, like yes, it's some things that can brighten your day, but it's nothing like getting a haircut. Especially you getting compliments and stuff like that. Like it's just like one of those is like, man, your whole mood changes. I feel like it's the same. It's the same way I feel like when women go out and they get their nails and their hair done, even if it's not for an event, you're just getting it just for the regular. Like that's how it feels. It's not like, oh, we getting a haircut, you better go to a wedding, you better do this. It's just like this is just my regular day. I just want to get fresh. You know what I mean? Like it's just something like I'm going into the weekend, just seeing how it is. You know what I mean? Like it's just something like it's nothing better than getting that fresh haircut, bro. I don't know.
No, I ain't gonna lie, like man.
Let me know what's your thoughts on it, man.
No, I ain't gonna lie. So okay, so a lot of times, especially with like I be struggling mentally a lot of time. With my whatevers. But one of the first things I do, and I know it don't help. I know it's not a cap. I ain't gonna tell people hey, you're not depressed, you just need a haircut type of thing, because you still got all that. But boy, I tell you what, it lower it down for a little bit. It lower it down, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be feeling sometimes I'll get it, I'll be like, man, I know I just got one last week, but having a rough week. Let me see if he can get me in. Let me see if I can get my hair cut, man. Because it really does, man. Like, yeah, and it's to the point where like I understand why, like, because like when women are like, no, you need to pay for this, you need to do this, like my hair and my nails and them getting their makeup. And we're like, well, why are they doing that? Why are they always paying all this money? We like they natural hair. We like, first off, I get it when women say I do this for me.
Yeah.
Because it ain't something where I like this. I like the way this style look. Maybe you was on Instagram and you was scrolling. You was like, yo, this person got hair like me or whatever. Oh, this is what it could look like. Let me see if I can get this cut. And then you get that cut and you're like, Hey, I'm probably top. Like with what's the name? I'm gonna drop it too. I'm gonna drop that clip because this is exactly how I feel.
When I get a cut, I think I'm top 5. Top 5 what? Top 5.
It's just like it's like the video like RDC World got, man, when it's like, hey, when he get a haircut, you know, he got a girlfriend calling him, it's like, I'm single. Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
I mean, no,
Man, I'm
any
telling you.
scenario, say, hey, watch out, man. It's like, because
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to, like, when I get a haircut, I feel like I got to go run errands. I got to be more active outside a little bit.
Oh, I got to get the car washed. And then, like, so a lot of times when I get my car washed, I go through the little, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm at club. I do the club ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go through and then I'll just leave. Well, on the day we get the fresh cut, now all of a sudden you gotta vacuum, you got on the top.
Extra attention. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and dry. I like to dry with my own towels, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying because
also you gotta go to the mall. Like it's things you just all of a sudden have to do.
Yeah, you got a whole
go to Home Depot.
I mean, if your whip clean, your haircut, you know what I mean? You got a little fit on, like it's like
you just bought a brand new shirt. It still got that new shirt feel on it. Oh yeah.
It's one of the best feelings. I feel like that's something super underrated for most guys. I say, like, man, if you looking, you know, if you're feeling kind of bummy or whatever, like get that haircut. I mean, it'll change your life. You seen those little transformation videos when you see somebody like really like scruffy and all that kind of stuff, and next thing you know, like they get a haircut, it's like, man, that's the same person. Like it's crazy. So
dude, I know I'll be watching those. Like I almost watch those. Like it just it helped me with my like dopamine or whatever. Just watching those. So like when I do it with myself, it's kind of one of the reasons why I grow my hair out, just for the before and after pic. Oh, so I'm gonna do a wolf just so it look crazy right before I go in, you know. And now
I think that's how a lot of people do.
Now with this growing, I'm like, oh yeah. Then when you trim that up and get it all clean too, I'm like, oh man, the beard coming in.
Yeah, let's not talk about beards. I don't want to talk about no beards on this platform. So y'all see this like little fuzz right here? This has been 27, 28 years of growing. So that's the dedication right there. The dedication. So all y'all fellas out there, you know, continue to stay on the grind. I'm not on the beard. I still got the baby face assassin stuff.
But then when you get that lined up just perfect, you know what I'm saying? They come in. Do you have them touching at all?
No, nothing. I got nothing touching, bro. Like that's the thing. You need
to have them like touch it up, trim it up. You know what I'm saying? Look, they work their little magic with it.
Like these don't even connect. Like,
oh yeah, no, I still barely like. You gotta be up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to at least get this portion because I know this, the cheek and all that. That's done. That it's super smooth. Like it's done. Like I look like I shave every day. That's how.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not very hairy. Like my arms stuff. Like I'm not a very hairy person in general. So it's like I just know, hey, this is what God has blessed me with. I gotta have to work whatever I got. You know what I mean? So
man, yeah. No, I'm sure. My dad's side, they not really hair like that. Like my dad, he actually said he told me he couldn't even grow a beard at all. Like so, he was like 34, and that was after I was born. So I was born that same year, and he finally. So I'm like, dang, the fact that I got this, that's crazy.
And so you lucked out. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I just gotta grow to love your own self, man. What you got?
You seen Matt? You seen my cousin Matt?
Yeah,
he still look like he in high school, bare face.
Yeah, it just don't work for some people. You know what I mean? So I mean, even with like men's hygiene, like we was talking about, men going to get facials and stuff like that. Like I got my appointment set up next Friday. So I mean, it's like it's one of those like I think it's underrated as well. Like you go with the haircut conversation, get men, take care of your face and stuff like that. Yeah, man. At first, I mean, I think doing like college years and stuff like that, like of course, I wash my face daily and twice a day and stuff like that, morning and night. But at the same time, I didn't have like a true routine of like actually like removing the dirt, using the right moisturizers and stuff like that, and the serums and all that kind of stuff. So it's like now that I got me a routine, you can actually see the differences and stuff like that, and it maximizes your haircut as well. Like once you get the haircut, your face gleaming and stuff like that, like it's a whole different vibe now. It's like because at first you used to like, man, I know I'm keeping up with my facial and stuff like that, but now I'm like, now I'm using all these different products. I got a routine that I stick by and all that kind of stuff. So, and it took me to go to a I forgot the name of those individual estheticians. Shout out to
the estheticians.
What's her
like
name? Chandelier. Yeah,
Chandelier.
Yeah, so people like that. I'm like, so it took me. I went to one in Wichita for the first time when I was there, and I was like, I was kind of hesitant. I was like, I really don't want to. One, I can't sit still. Like I have an issue with like just sitting still. So I told her, I was like, is there an issue with me kind of like just moving around? Like, can I stand up a little bit, move out? She was like, yeah, that's fine. Just let me know. Cause I was like, I can't sit still for an hour. I just refuse. I just cannot. Like my legs got to move or something like that. I got to get up, whatever.
Yeah,
so.
no, I can breathe it out and be cool. Like
I can't, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I probably got like that ADHD or something like that. I'm moving my legs right now. I just can't. I'm like always jittery, like always. But yeah, she was super calming. Had the music going, to the music. She was like, if you want to listen to something else, you can change it. So of course they evaluate your skin. She do the process and all that. I do not know the processes, but she go and like scrub stuff and all that. But put the moisturizer on it, do the little towel and all that stuff. Like she did the whole procedure and everything. And I'm like, for me, I was like, man, this is like therapeutic for sure. Like I feel like this is like much needed. I see why people go here and do this on a routine basis, like monthly basis, whatever. I'm like, this is because at first I was like, it's not a lot of guys that go and do this. So like, but I was kind of jump on the leap of faith. I was like, let me just try it, see how it is. And man, now it's like, so I got to go. I don't get it as frequently as I can or could, but when I think about it, I was like, you know what? Because I now got a little routine, but I try to go every now and again now. So I know you be going. So
man, I've been kind of slacking lately, man. I mean, of course, I've been a few times, but I definitely need to get back into it because, like you said, I mean, well, the thing is like a lot of times men, like you're saying, like men are like, no, I don't need to do this, or I wash my face with some in the shower or whatever. Like, A, that's not the same. And B, you shouldn't use the same soap that you use on your body, on your face. It's different textures, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, like, I mean, we have to remember that, like, yes, women do it, but we all got skin. Like we all need to take care of our skin. So like there's certain things that we get to do. And it's also like it becomes a relaxing experience too. And you just feel, I don't know, man, you feel good after. It has like this, like that moisturized feeling, different than a lot of moisturizers that we can just buy at the store. Like they have whole stuff that maybe you can end up buying from the esthetician directly. After you go there, they're like, hey, I've got these products. Here's what I used on you. You can use this, that type of thing. But for the most part, it's just good to go there and they got their whole techniques where they rubbing on your face a certain way and getting all the little stuff off. Like, yeah, man, we got it. And like you said, like it has that same haircut feeling. So let's say you did all that. You went and got the hair cut it, haircut at 10. Man. You got your facial at 12. And then you got your car wash right after that with a fresh shirt on. Oh man,
man,
nah.
You ride around everywhere. You might have took a 20-hour road trip somewhere by the time you.
Man, you might as well just set up a camera. See y'all don't get these pics. Get these outside pics today, man.
That's facts.
Just make a random post about nothing.
Sun hitting just the right.
Man, you sit here on your Instagram live or something. Yeah, y'all, how y'all doing? Oh no, I just want to give y'all love and light. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? Blessings. You talking all different, man.
Light skin voice. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing?
Humbly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, just a little something on my face. Thank you. I went to that.
Especially if you get the haircut and you got, we try it on the wave journey. You go every time you be rubbing like, yeah, just went to the shop. You know what I mean?
Your laugh different. Your laugh. Y'all fun. Rubbing on the waves.
It could have nothing to do with the conversation, but yeah, man, I just got from the barber shop,
Man, it could be some crazy.
Can be.
said, what? There was an explosion at Quick Trip? That's crazy, man. I never let a wet man. But anyways, man, love and light. Love and light, man. Blessings. Blessings. Good to
Man,
see you
it's
good,
crazy,
man.
man. Your whole mood change, your whole personality can change on a haircut. And that's why you be
Man,
like, you know how some women be like, you know, if my man get a haircut, he got to come right home. He can't do no errands. He can't.
man.
He need to come straight home. He can't be doing
I
none
did
all
come
that
right
extra.
home. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours since your haircut. No, I came right back. It's just, traffic. And then like, I was like, we do need avocados. We do need them. So like, here I am.
I
We
need to take
needed
this
some.
quick little turn real quick,
Yeah,
do some
what I'm
errands real
saying?
quick.
Had to go to AutoZone. I've been talking to Reggie about the, my spark plug. So
Man,
make up things. See, I was on 3/4 of tank. I was like, I gotta fill up now. Gotta put that fourth in. Yeah,
man, you just
you
made all these excuses.
everywhere.
You just stopped like
Yeah.
10 spots now.
I got a coupon to go rock climbing at this rock climbing place. So I had to go hit them up. I was rock climbing, but I came right back after that. It just be everywhere, man. But yeah, nah, there's something about a good haircut. And I'm
Man,
definitely about that. I'm about to have to plug in with my boy Brandon, man. Fantastic. I gotta, yeah. So, yeah, man, you got that on me. So how
yeah,
long
I'm
you go
definitely.
between cuts?
Ooh, that's tough.
As,
I usually try to
as a
go
waiver.
two as a waiver. You know, I'm kind of in there. I need to still, but I think I try to do 2 or 3 weeks. Right now, I get cut down to a 2. I got super straight hair, so I can't go down to a 1. Go down on a 1, and on my waves.
True,
It just
true.
in some ways it's still deep, but it's like it's just too low
It
for me
don't
to
look
get
right.
progress.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
looked like elementary school days. You know what I mean? So for me, I get a 2. I try to get it 2 to 3 weeks because I also like you want to get some progress, especially if you waving. Like you don't want to get too frequent of haircuts because if you're trying to get progress by brushing, you just kind of like your hair's not getting trained. It's like, man, you cutting me off before you understand. Like I should be going this way. I should be flowing this way. So
Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
also if you got like myself, I got like hella forks, and that's like different I don't know, splits within your wave or whatever, or that line. Like you want to get that knocked out before the next cut as well. So um I definitely want to start getting that into. I think the brushing is I gotta be more consistent with brushing, but answer your question, I'll say about 3 weeks max. Now I can push it to 4 because I feel like I do
Yeah.
a lot of washing styles. I can lay hair down so it don't look as like out of control. But with waving, and especially the summertime, like it gets so sweaty and frizzy, like it's so hard to contain. So to me, I gotta
Yeah.
get more freaking cuts in the
The
summertime.
humidity and all that. Yeah.
Man, especially down here, it's like, you go outside, at least my glasses fogging up and everything. So I gotta get it, I gotta tame it early. So what about you, man? What about how freaking the haircuts? What's your waving journey and stuff like?
Man, for me, I used to go like 6 to 8 weeks. And yeah,
What?
yeah. Because that's like, a coarse hair waiver, like I was really trying to, get like deep connections and
Man,
everything
you
like
got them
that.
many wolves going over there.
Yeah, so I'll do like mini wolves at a time. But nowadays, I would say, and I think I would kind of like just get so busy, you know what I'm saying, with my schedule,
Yeah,
with everything. I'm like, I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get a haircut this week. And then next thing I know, it's been 2 weeks later. Like, so
yeah,
for me, I end up yeah, it'd be 6 to 8. Now I would say 3, 4 weeks, just because I like the way it look. And my waves are deep enough now to where I don't really have to do too much maintenance, too much, I mean, I still definitely get my brushing sessions in and my washing style shoot. I literally just did a wash style today. I just took my do-rag off right before we started recording. But yeah, man, and I'm probably gonna cut it down even more than that. I'm probably gonna do like literally like 2 weeks now here coming up. I'm about to start hitting Brandon up way more frequent. Probably have like a stand-in appointment or something, just
yeah.
because You want to stay fresh looking. Yeah, nowadays, now that I don't really have too much that I need to, it's not like I'm about to be one of the ones that's just like super ropes out, one of them rope guys or whatever. Like where I'm at, I'll just try to make sure I keep my hairline cool, stay about a 1.5. If I feel like it, sometimes I do like a 1A, which is like right before the 1. And I guess just because I can, but even now, I don't think I want to go that low anymore. Because last time I went that low, it was like you could see it, but like it's not as defined. And with like the products that I've been using lately, I use a lot of like these black-owned like special niche, ones like it's that Camille Rose, Carol's Daughter. I think Carol's Daughter isn't, but. Yeah, so mainly I've been using a lot of Camille Rose lately. And then what's the boy? Bevel. I use Bevel, a couple Bevel products, but
Man,
and then that that curl
products,
cream. That curl cream, that Bevel curl cream is A1. So it make it to where I can just get away, I could get a brush, I could get a cut every week and be good. Like if I wanted to.
Man, I'm trying to look up.
Magic.
I got so many products, man. I might use them as a shout out actually, but yeah, I have a lot. Like one of them is called Mr. Oils and Butters. He makes his own stuff like that. And then Wavy Faith natural products. That's another one I use. They got a lot of moisturizer. That's one thing I like to experiment with moisturizer. So it kind of, when you rub it in your hand, it's nice and smooth. So when you put it on your hair, it's nice and smooth. And I also have a little bit of shine as well. Nothing crazy there. And then it's another one I'm trying to find. It's another person that I have, but I'm gonna have to find that. It's kind of just, I'm putting in the shout outs on the IG page or something like that. But yeah, they have some different oils that I also use. So for me, I have to put in a butter, a moisturizer, and an oil typically. Now I don't put them in like daily. Like if I do all three of those, that probably lasts me like 3 to 4 days, and then I can top it off with like moisturizer every now and again. But
right.
I try to do those three. For the most part, just to keep it with that shine, that healthy look, and stuff like that. And then sometimes the washes, it's tough. I used to wash like way too frequently, especially like out of college and stuff like that. I felt like I was washing way too much. Like it was at the point where my hair wasn't catching up with anything I was doing. Like I'm washing just to wash. It was like, so now I do it like maybe twice a week now, and that keeps the moisture in. It also keeps some of my products in as well. So, but yeah, that's why. I mean, I noticed that 'cause I was like, man, you supposed to wash hair. Now, of course, if it's dirty, you washed it for sure. But I was washing way too much, and that's when it.
Well, and I started using a co-wash instead, man. So that you can use it a little bit more frequent without like stripping your hair of the oils or natural oils and all that type of stuff, but still give you that. But even then, like you said, about 2 times is good enough. Yeah. 2, maybe 3, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on how your week went and what you're doing and stuff like that. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I try to keep mine pretty clean anyway, as most people should anyway. But yeah, man, that's our
I know, right?
Men's hygiene and brushing.
Man, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, we can if y'all are interested in like something like that, we can deep dive into it another time where we can talk about, a whole products that we use, a whole lineup, and actually the entire process that we go through. If that's interesting to people, I know that was
self-care episode.
Yeah, I think we can do something like that. At least say, hey, these are the products, show the products and all that kind of stuff. This is the, what I'm saying? Like, I know some people, especially when it's time for me to go through it, it was hard to like research and find somebody who was similar to me, either had the same skin tone or have the same issues with the skin or having like the same hairstyle, and then trying to maintain that. So, if I can help, Hey,
Yo, cause growing up, like we used to like, especially growing up with the type of men that I grew up with, like my dad or some, like found out a lot of stuff we was doing was just like extra hindering. Like when you like growing up, like they'd be like my dad would just have us put Vaseline on our skin. And just like we just put the Vaseline on our face and go to, especially when it's
same.
cold. Cause here in the wintertime, and it's 3 degrees outside,
Ash.
but you still gotta stand at the bus stop, boy. One thing you don't want to get is called ashy. I mean, the roast is crazy at school. So
Might be cold, but you can't blame.
yeah, no. So so now you sit here looking like a glazed ham at the bus stop. Say, hey, but I ain't ashy now. I ain't out, but not knowing like you're not supposed to put that on your skin like that. Like, say it on your face. It's not as moisturizing as you may think. And
They're blocking a whole bunch of pores and stuff.
Yeah. So it is, okay. So that's why I had acne like that. Okay, got it. Like, so.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, like even like the, different rags and stuff like that. Like you're supposed to use a certain rag for your face, certain rag for your body, not all just using one rag. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we ain't gonna get into the debate where people ain't using rags at all, but
Yeah, I definitely upgraded to the loofah. I upgraded to the loofah. I use a loofah now, man. I don't use rags.
Okay.
I might use a rag.
I use multiple rags, but
I use a rag on my face, like not in the shower, but at home, like in the morning, getting ready for the day. I'll use a rag there. Yeah, but nah, I'm loofah. I've been a loofah. Well, because they made us use loofahs in the Navy, and I was like, this feels way better. Not gonna lie, man. I'm team loofah now. Like it lathers up a lot better. Like I feel way more like can feel it like kind of like scrubbing the dirt and the dead skin off. So yeah, I'm team loofah. It's nothing wrong with it. Actually, honestly, I think it's better than the rag. And they're not that expensive, man. Like, I mean, of course you can get like the $5, $10, $15 ones, but shoot, they got the little 99-cent ones over there. You just use that. And then once it starts getting like too bloomy out, then that's when you get a new one.
Yeah, man. I'll say at least on those type of products, like any like rags, if you use rags, towels, and loofahs, like I always get multiple. Like don't just do one and then like wait till it's finished to go to the next one. Have multiple in stock. So when you run out, you ain't gotta wait on nothing. You ready to get to the next one. So
for sure.
I go through towels like all the time. Like I was like, hey, I need to go and get these in the wash.
Yeah. Actually, we need to wash our towels today. Yeah.
So but yeah, man. All right. Let's go to the next topic real quick. Knock it out.
Okay.
So this week, it's a whole bunch of controversy around Eboni K.
Eboni K. Williams. Yeah. And we'll probably drop a small clip of when she was talking to Iyanla Vanzant about it. And basically she says, because you've watched it, of course, right?
Yeah.
The small clip. Yeah. So we'll drop that here where she's talking to her and she basically says, she was said, Iyanla, forget. But
yeah, I don't know.
Ivania, yeah. So basically the woman asked her, would you date a bus driver? And she said, if he owned the bus, like first off, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, here's a clip.
When some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society.
So for me, and I know she tried to fix it and clean it up later, and I feel like her cleanup was even worse than the original one. It's like your backpedal is crazy. But for that, Uh, I think it was. I think the standards for men are just crazy. Like I understand the basic stuff. Yes, women, you should want someone who isn't a bum. You should want someone who, uh, you should want someone who can take care of you if that's, that's on your list. I'm not saying that that's not a thing, but to say only a bus driver when if he owns it, who's going out and buying buses and driving them? We're talking about a city bus driver.
Yeah.
They don't have their own ones and they basically get leased out. That's not how that works. We're not talking about a Greyhound guy or a guy who goes, hey guys, I got my own busing company. I'll drive y'all from here to Detroit or whatever. No. I'm talking about the city bus guys. That's a good government job with benefits, great hours, like pensions and all that. And you're just like still not good enough.
Yeah, because the comments, okay, the stuff that she was saying, she was like, well, I wouldn't want to be anybody who's average or mediocre. So they was kind of lumping that with it's considered a bus driver and those type of job. She also mentioned about those same guys will be making C&Ds in class when they was growing up, which was tough. One of the things, I've had multiple conversations with a lot of guys, multiple races actually as well. And everybody felt the same way. I think like we're not gonna talk about like what her dating purposes is. She can have whoever she wants to be. It's like we don't want to talk about what she's dating. We just talk about what she said and how it came off. And I think, Breakfast Club, DJ Envy went at her directly. I feel like he was kind of over talking her a bit, but at the same time, I agree with most what he said was like, hey, these are you cannot diminish what somebody else do because you feel like it's mediocre or average, because they're like our day-to-day lives depend on the garbage workers, the bus drivers. These are the same people that are endorsing you and sponsoring you and watching and supporting you. When you got books and shows and stuff like that you're doing, these are just so-called average workers, are the people who are actually supporting you as well. So I mean, it's also a lawyer not lawyer, she is a lawyer, but a teacher called in, and this is what I was texting you about. I was like, you had to listen to this on the Breakfast Club. You got to listen to this call.
Yeah.
This teacher broke it down because she was like, Eboni is a lawyer, so we can't overlook and say she misspoke or the word she used was wrong. It's like she is a lawyer. She had been doing this for a while. She knows exactly what words she used and what context she used them in. So it's not like she's not like, I misspoke. I didn't actually mean. Yeah, it's like she used these words. Stand on it. And she knows exactly what she meant by them because, as a lawyer in that situation, everybody make mistakes, but for her, it's like she definitely knew exactly what she wanted to say. And I, like I said, everybody should have their own standards, especially in the dating realm and their preferences. But just because you have your own standards, that don't mean you need to diminish another demographic or somebody else because of your own standards. That's kind of where I'm going with it. It's like you have your own standards, but don't be like, I can't date this, and this because they're, beneath me. They're average. I can't even look their way type of deal. It's came off rude and disrespectful on so many levels. And she completely messed herself up by going on Breakfast Club. That was one of the things that everybody agreed with, whether you agree with Ebony's point for some reason or agree with, the opposite position, is like she should not have went back. She should not have tried to backpedal on the Breakfast Club. Like that completely messed up because one, she never answered the question directly. And then, you went on a platform where that previous day, I think DJ Envy, Charlamagne, and Kim Whitley was all debating or talking about it, and they was all against you. So when you come on the show, you're trying to defend yourself. You have no friends in the room for you. So it's like nobody was on the side. It's like, she was kind of right. She was kind of no. And
I think that if she was able to articulate better, she probably went on there thinking, "Oh, I can probably get them to see my side." Because also knowing she's been on the Breakfast Club countless times, and she's like friends, I think, with Charlamagne and all that. So it's like, yes, if you don't hear, like, maybe if I come on here, talk to you face to face, I may at least be able to say enough to make you go, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. That's not that bad. But if you don't properly articulate your point, or if you are just coming off as elitist in a sense to me, then you just wrong. You wrong no matter where you went. Maybe you should have just shut up about it and let the next thing come up. Yeah, I said it. Now what? Like,
yeah, exactly. I was saying you should just like you stay on it and then you just move past it. Like now you got to keep going back and forth, and like now that she was on there, I feel like any other engagement, people are gonna bring up like this part of her life and what was going on. It's like, hey, we just booked Eboni, but now we got to talk about this just quickly, just because it was happening. You can't overlook it. So, like stuff like that. That's what I'm like. You dig yourself in a hole. Now you definitely can say, I'm not answering these questions at this time, but by you not answering the question, like it will still always be, open for.
And I think definitively how quickly she said that when asked by Yanla, like it was like nope, or not necessarily saying no. She's like, if he owned it, that's it. And then I think it was her in her cleanup trying to say, well, I was wanting to empower my Black. See, that was her. That was her who brought it up. She goes, I was wanting to empower my Black community, and I was wanting to tell y'all that we can do more and be more. It's just like, okay, but like we do still need that job though. Like, okay, so if every bus driver said I'm only driving buses that I own, then we don't have public transportation. People who can't afford cars, or just plain the fact that knowing that public transportation is also a way to help combat like climate change and global warming and stuff like that, because you're able to lower the amount of people on the road in cars. So, and it's low, it's affordable, it helps people get to their jobs every day. So like while you're sitting there bashing the person who's helping thousands of people a day, at least get to where, especially in a bigger city, you're talking about New Yorkers or whatever, like, or Detroit or them big cities where they have to be on the bus.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I'm not sure if
or
you
trash men or whatever. Like,
I don't know if it was you or somebody else that told me, but a person called in as well on the Breakfast Club, and she was like completely distraught. Like she was talking, like, crying. She was like, she's a public worker. I think she's also a bus driver or transportation, and she was like, man, why did she look at us like this? And like, why we look frowned upon and my job not meaningless and stuff like that. And I do.
Well, because you want her to challenge, she wanted to challenge us or empower us to want to be more, but like sometimes you don't understand what other people's whys are. Somebody's why for what they believe that their purpose on this earth is dictates, why they do what they do. Like me, sometimes I get caught in my own mind, and luckily I've been able to talk to other people before I even get to a platform like this. So my platform, the reason why I have my own business and all that, gyms, this and that, and it's because I want to be able to not work one day. I want to be able to have other people run my gyms and become like this mogul type of guy. Maybe not mogul, but like, shoot, I'm gonna talk my stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's the whole not having to work and be able to have more time to spend with my family and this and that, or have a bunch of money to just, when I die, my family gets a whole bunch or whatever. But I've even talked to, and I just love to hustle, man. I love the, how do I get to the next dollar? How do I get my next thing going? I don't know. I just love trying to find out ways to make it out here. But I remember I have this friend, Dontrell, man. One time I asked him when I was training him, I was like, so man, like, cause he works at like a factory here, good money. He has a wife and 3 boys. And I was like, yo, man, so like, what's your big goals on life? And this guy I went to school with him since like the 6th grade. I was like, so what's your goal? I'm thinking he's like, yeah, man, so I got this business. And, I'm thinking he probably gonna say something kind of like what I think of, because I've talked to other people that's like, yo, I'm thinking of doing this side job thing. He's like, man, I love being able to get off and spend time with my sons, man, and just hang out with my wife. And I just love being around my family and having my weekends to be able to go hang out with my mom and dad and my sisters. And we all get together on the weekend and we all just spend time. So I say that to say, like, a lot of times when you think that someone your version of empowering someone is to being a big owner and make millions of dollars, when some people don't even want that. Some people just want to be a good man. Some people just want to be good and loyal and family oriented, or just plain like, maybe I work at this factory and I don't care about trying to have my own business because my factory gets me off right at 5 o'clock. And now I get to go volunteer, or I get to go coach a football team, a kids football team or something. Like, people have different goals of what they think being empowered is or being successful is.
That's I agree with that. Like, everybody have their own goals and what they think success looks like and what they feel like is can be beneficial for them and their scenarios and their family. So you can't go around putting everybody into a big box and say, if you ain't meet this criteria, then you know what, you are beneath these other people that's in this box. So it's like, hey, if you want that type of person, if you want somebody who has these goals or these X, Y's, and Z's, then you know what I'm saying, that's the person that you have to go after. But you can't keep saying, okay, because they're not going after this, they're less than. Because that's when it starts to get, and that's what a lot of people took it as when you call somebody average or mediocre and stuff like that. It's like, you know what, because on the Breakfast Club, they was also saying like, hey, let the bus drivers quit. Next thing you know, whole New York and all these other places be, in scrambles. You know what I mean?
Let all the workers that you think are just average up. Let the trash men stop being trash men.
That's what that's example they brought up. They was like,
like,
because you know how you get frustrated, like if they miss a week, imagine they don't come at all.
Yes.
Like, you the one got to take it to whatever destination, if it is.
Or got to just pile up. Or got to pile up on your corner. Now your house just look crazy.
Exactly. So,
man, right.
I mean, that's why. I mean, I think it's also about, I don't want to say upbringings and stuff like that, but you gotta appreciate. You know how you're saying, like, you have to appreciate everybody. That's why I try to be respectful to everybody I see. Until you give me some disrespect, that's the only reason I might move differently. But until then, you treat everybody respectfully. Like, some people say treat the janitor like you treat the CEO. Like, it's the same mindset just in the world. It's like, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what the person's been. It's like, just because
where they at in their life.
It's just something about that. And, I just feel like you just have to be respectful. And even if you didn't, like, the way she answered the question, I think if she just went about it the right way, it wouldn't have been what it is in controversy all this week and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, y'all let us know y'all thoughts. I know you got some more, but y'all let us know y'all thoughts. I definitely want to hear both sides, both genders, races. Like, I need to know everybody's like opinions on this. We'll try to get some of the clips in there. If not, we'll kind of point you then to those. Like, Breakfast Club got a whole bunch of snippets. Hollywood Unlocked has some clips, but we can definitely.
I'll put a couple down, but and I think also another aspect of this that kind of like, and I think it'll be shown in the clip too. What was telling was that's what you cared about the most, because let's say you wanted a man who just like, you're looking at his status as number one. This is on my list. Maybe not, but maybe that's like a big. Obviously, that'd be a high thing if that's a breaking point for you. If a man's job. Not his lack of job, because she didn't say a dude sitting at home playing video games, not working, not doing nothing. He just playing 2Ks, even for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't say a bus driver, steady job. So that means you don't care about a man with a stable job. So having a stable job isn't enough for you. Your number one thing is that. So you don't care about how he treats his family. You don't care about how he treats you. Like that's not as high for you, like his hobbies, just like if he has like if you religious, if he got a relationship with God, like if you don't care about those things that really matter, the intangibles, does he cater to you? Does he actually listen to you when you talk about your day? Does he, you know what I'm saying?
It kind of it's like a pie chart, man. It's like your pie chart is so weighted on the value and the worth of somebody compared to the other things and intangibles you speak on, where like, you might be, I'm trying to get a good analogy with the pie. I was like, you might be eating good with the pie, but at the same time, it's not gonna sustain you for a long period of time. So,
Right.
yeah, man.
It's and so and on top of that, I think a lot of times I'll hear and guys in a sense do it too, but I think sometimes women and maybe they're allowed to. I don't know. It's something we can maybe get into with having like a woman come on the show because I won't speak for them or whatever. But like from my point of view, one thing that I've kind of noticed is like a lot of times women will want so many what's the way to put this? Like they'll want like a man that makes 7 figures, 6, 7 figures or whatever. They'll want, but also he has all the time in the world for me. Those are two opposing things. You want a man who I've even heard, like my best friend's a girl, like she'll be like, I want a man who, has a little bit of thug to him, but also I'm like, what? Like you can't have, but also is really respectful and this and that. It's like, okay, but you're talking about four different people in one person. Like, like but then you also want them to be 6'4", but then you also want
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, I mean, like I said, it's gonna be boxes where people fit in. You know what I mean? If you can build somebody, you can build them how you want it. But at the same time, it's not ready-made people out there like that. So you have to, yes, you can set your standards, but don't trash other men, don't trash other women because that standard is not for everybody. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, you can't generalize everything. It's like, okay, if he's not 6'2", making this much with this personality, you know what I mean? Like, I just cannot. All the other men are just trash.
Sometimes people aren't period. And I guess while we're on, like, the fact that we're on women, because I know men do it too, but like, women don't really do things to put themselves in that man's scope. In a sense, like you want a man who is like, let's say you want a man that's super buff, chiseled up, blah, 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 all that in the gym all day, but you don't work out. How you supposed to find him? Or you not super fit or whatever. You not like an extra dedicated, because there's a whole mindset that comes to being real fit or whatever. Or you want a guy who's making 6, 7 figures, but you're not in those networking rooms. You're not in those retreats or those business meetings, or you don't even have the same algorithm to where he would pop up or to where, you would pop up in his.
Yeah, that's also the thing. You also got to you have standards and you have complement. I can't even say the word. You complement each other. Like, say somebody you have your standard, what you're looking for, and that's what you say is your standard. But now when that person comes to you, it's like, this guy matches everything. Like everything I want in a man and a woman, this is what's approaching me right now. And he comes, I start talking, and he's like, you are not compatible with me though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really, you don't fit my,
I can't, my standard is not matching his standard or her standard. So it's like, now I'm like, so my standard's not compatible with what I actually do and what I actually need. So it's like, it's one of those, you gotta look, you really need to look internally as well when you're trying to find somebody, in the situation, because just because you have a standard, that high standard that you set for yourself, that person will hopefully have a high standard for himself. And if you don't meet those expectations as well, you can't be like, okay, now I have to, navigate.
And you have to make sure that you're able to be okay with that, with the reality of that lifestyle. So let me switch it around. A guy could want one of them IG model or one of them literally Vogue model or whatever. Okay, but you get mad every time you see dude in her comments. But you get mad because she's doing another lingerie photo shoot and you don't want her looking like this. Like, well, you wanted that type of model, but now that you're actually in that, you're like, well, these photographers keep hitting her up and wanting to see her nude. Well, yeah, she does nude modeling sometimes. Or she does. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's, or I'll even say take it away from something so superficial. Like, yo, you want a boss woman. You want a woman who isn't asking you for money, who isn't a gold digger. So, okay, you find a woman who's a CEO, or you find a woman who makes 300,000 minimum a year. But then you're like, man, why does she always make me feel like less of a man? Because she's always able to pay. She's always taking me this, and I want to feel like the man or whatever. Okay, well, get your money up, bro. You ain't making you making 15 an hour trying to live the lifestyle of a woman who makes 400 a year,
Exactly.
So you have to be able to know what the reality of that is and be okay with it. Like, you can't, if you get with the girl that's always, who has 80K followers and all this, you can't be mad now when the DMs are always crazy and lit up. Or feeling the insecure when you're sitting here you taking a picture for her for the night because she gets paid off her content or whatever. So she in her nice little dress, and then you see Future or something in her comments or in her likes. Now what? Are you confident enough in yourself to not feel insecure about that? Like, so yeah, I think just plain, like, even for her, Eboni K. Williams, I guess bringing it back, for her to be like, because I get it. She wants a guy because she's a lawyer. I get why she wouldn't drive a bus driver or why she wouldn't date a bus driver. In theory, because when would you be in those rooms with them? You're probably in all these meetings, so you should probably date another lawyer or, I don't know, someone who's making around what she's making or more. It makes sense, but can she deal with that? And like, we're talking about a woman who is 40 plus, still single. Not to say like it's bad to be that old and still single, but like, you look what your super pickiness had got you. And if you just want to be an independent woman, hey, get that. But we're talking about a woman who is looking for a man and is 40 plus going, I need him to be this. Look, you're starting to get too old now. Like, just the way kind of men look. Men are still, you know what I'm saying?
Age plays a lot in it as well. So,
and it sucks. I don't fully agree with it, but like, that's the reality. Like, like, a woman, even 40 plus, should be able to look around, but the reality is a lot of men are still looking at certain things, whether it's a woman who can be around for a while or increase their chance of having kids on some primitive type stuff, like,
right.
Or even just
that's
the
reality.
way they look. Yeah, okay, I get more years of her being in what they may consider peak, I don't know, looking good status or whatever, like, because you can get all the plastic surgery and all that, but we can tell, like, like we can tell that Kim Kardashian is 40 plus. Like, we can tell that J-Lo's, she's definitely looking 50, as fine as they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still, we can tell, like, so a man may look for someone younger or this or that, or you may want one of them younger dudes, but what's to say that they would want to? That's only a certain small. You're lowering your demographic. You're lowering your swimming pool, basically, your dating pool, basically, by being that specific and that he got to have this, he got to have all these things. All right, well, there's like 4 of those people, and maybe 3.5 of those aren't interested in you. So now what?
Yeah, man. It's a tough one. I think she put herself in the bind. I think she will lose some of her following. Some of them may have backed her. But it's one of those, I think you dug yourself deeper in the hole. But like I said before, y'all let us know y'all thoughts. This is on Eboni K. Williams or anything in the podcast episode is today. Of course, we got into the basketball. We also talked in the men hygiene. So let us know if y'all want to see, what Dennis Jamaal whole routine looks like. Some products that we use. We might even do a self-care episode anyway.
Right.
Or
even have somebody to come on here and teach us something, or I don't know.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of estheticians that I know as well, so they can come up there and do like a little spiel and promote their side of things as well. I don't know about doing no live video where people walk you through their whole day routine.
No.
I don't think I could do something like that, but
it's like a Q&A, some
interesting. But y'all let us know about this episode. Give us your thoughts on Eboni. what's your opinions on that. If you ever seen the clips, we'll try to embed some and send you over to some links where you can look at it as well. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, man. So it
But
was a
yeah,
good one though. Different topics. So
yeah. Definitely took it. Definitely took a little left, little right. But yeah. So shout outs. What you got?
ooh, let me find a shout out. I was gonna do one of the okay, I think I got one. One of the products that we was talking about. I think this is a woman and her wife, I believe, or girlfriend that does they make these creams and different bar soaps, shampoo soaps.
Yeah.
So they got like a strawberry lemonade. That's what I use a lot of shampoo soaps instead of actual like
Okay.
the gel and
I've
stuff
been
like
wanting to
that.
try that.
So man, I like doing that because I can also brush in that I can lay the hair down in that pattern like that. So and they also do a lot of moisturizers. The group is called the family is called Nova Natural. So it's a female black owned business. Um and it's all certified organic and vegan ingredients. So I'm kind of reading off their kind of like their bio right now, but I've gotten like these 6 or 7 products from them. One of my favorite things, I think it's called a cosmic clay. So it kind of give like it's a super light moisturizer, but it also has some good lay. When I brush my hair, and then also smells really good. So Nova Naturals, y'all check them out. Been rocking with them for a little minute. Yeah, man. Who you got
Okay.
this week?
Okay. So I'm going back to y'all know big comic book guy. Wiseacre Comics.
Mm,
Yeah, Wiseacre Comics. I actually uh they did a collab with Godhood that I mentioned before. And I've read the first few of this one called Magnus. Magnus is kind of crazy. It's like this kid who he didn't know that his dad was like so he didn't really have a relationship with his dad like that. But his mom, it's kind of like a keeping him safe so the dad stayed away type of situation. He didn't know he had these like powers inside of him, and it was pretty cool. It kind of and then he didn't really know until these people came to invade to try to take him out because they knew how powerful he was going to become. So they come like it's like some other world type of like they travel from like some other universe or something to get to him, and or some other planet. And so he ends up having to fight them back, and then the dad shows up and stops them, or because the uncle shows up first. It was like, "Yo, you're my brother's son," and this and that, and blah blah blah. And it's really good. The visually, it looks great. The artwork, I like the way where they do the hair. I really like it when they do black hair the right way. In
hmm
comics, of course, with being black people, we know how to do our own hair when it comes to drawing. So yeah, definitely another one that I really like. And I'm ready for what else they have coming. They're still somewhat newer on the rise. So yeah, be on the lookout for them. Wiseacre Comics. Man, just stay tuned. Just like with them and Godhood, y'all, yeah, we need to put our money behind them and watch the magic.
Sound good. I'm gonna have to check them out for as well, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. But shoot, we had a good one. I really like the conversations. I know that if people if you want to come on and maybe talk, or maybe we said something that made you go, I don't know about that, or whatever. Or if you agree, just want to come chat, let us know. And we didn't say at the beginning, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All of our pages, shoot our down over there on his and mine. Follow us, follow Match My Energy podcast the most. Get those going, help us run up our YouTube numbers. Man, and just thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all root for Miami. We are Give me all y'all prayers this week. Hopefully we can when we see y'all next week. We'll be hopefully y'all both our teams are in the conference finals or waiting for our next opponent or something like that. So we shall see. So man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We should be able to come on and talk our stuff next week. Fingers crossed, man. All that, knocking on the wood, whatever y'all need to do, man. So yeah,
man.
This is a fun one. Man. Y'all definitely tuned in. Whether we chat like bros or I debate you like an enemy, it's all fun and games. It's Match My Energy.
And we out.
Just match my energy. Just match my energy. Yeah.